Hello everyone, welcome to Case File 1225, a Roblox visual novel. This is my very first visual novel, and figured I'd play it because it's very unique. This might even be the very first visual novel, but I'm not sure, like, visual novel on Roblox, but I don't know if that's the case. It looks nice. Might as well just hop in. Damien had decided to invite Nate for breakfast. Nate wonders his true intentions. Who's calling me this early in the morning? It's Sunday, damn it. Hello? Yo, Nate, are you awake? Oh, sorry, did I wake you up? It's fine, what's up? Nothing, just wondering if you want to have breakfast together. You know, at the diner, we can have pancakes. You know, the tasty stuff. I can't stop thinking about it since yesterday. I mean, sure, why not? I've heard this song before in a tycoon game. Keep forgetting to add it to my playlist. Great, I'll meet you at the diner by 9:30. Alright, see ya. Well, that was weird, but I'm not surprised since it is Damien. Although he did wake me up, I feel like I should keep a habit of waking up early anyways. Whenever he thinks of something interesting, he'd drop the task at hand and play the concept instantly. And today it's breakfast? I wonder if anything happened. Oh, whatever. I'm starving anyways. I should dress up. Nate. Oh wait, so apparently the night owl is visiting me for breakfast today, and what's up? I can go investigating with you now. What? Sorry. I've talked to my dad, or your boss, about having me as a recruit for job training. He agreed with the idea though. You're going to investigate crime scenes with me now? Yes, exactly. That's great. What are you not happy? What? Are you not happy with this? No, not at all. I just didn't know it was possible. Great. Hold on. Who's the coffee for? I thought you don't drink coffee. Yeah, I don't. The coffee's for you. Oh, thank you. Oh, sorry. Someone is calling me. Hello? Nate. See me at the office at 1 p.m. A new case happened. You'll have to take the officer as the others are busy with theirs. Oh yes, of course. I will be there. Who was that? Boss. Sick. I have to go to the office later. Wanna come by? Of course, after all, you're my partner in crime now. Now eat, or I'm finishing your plate as well. I will. That's it? Okay. A woman mysteriously died in her own apartment, and it is up to Nate to figure out who it is. But not to worry, Damien is also here to offer support. Oliver. Oh, okay. Undetermined. Time of death. Okay. How the woman died within her apartment. Police are now investigating the situation. Oh wow, Damien looks way different. Oi! Nate, you passed out. Haven't you gotten enough sleep last night? Huh? Oh, sorry. What were we doing again? Seriously? We're at my dad's, well, your boss's crime scene doing his job for him. Ah, right. You good now? Do you need to sit down? No, I'm fine. Let's continue. Yes, this all started last year when I first became a detective. Or rather, a detective assistant. My boss is not too fond of me. I'm not sure if it's because of the way I dress or if it's how I act. But he always finds some reason to give me extra work to do. Although I'm quite fed up with him, there's not much that I can do if I don't want to lose my job. The person standing in front of me is Damien, my best friend since high school. And most surprisingly, fact is that my boss is his dad. Yet despite that, it seems like he treats Damien and I pretty much the same. I assume it's because Damien is more a rebellious person. But Damien knows exactly what he's doing, even though he's just a college student. Maybe it's because of the influence of his father, but he knows a thing or two about being a detective. It's honestly really impressive if I do say so myself. Alright, if you're okay then, let's continue our investigation. First, you might want to start investigating the whole house. Just messing with you. For now, you'll want to focus investigating items that might be related to the victim's death. By clicking on any of the things in the house, that look suspicious, you can investigate them. Try clicking on the chalk outline and I'll tell you what happened. So what happened to the dead body? Oh, she was taken out before we got here. The cops first on the scene took a quick look around, but they had to leave once the professionals arrived. That's us, by the way. And so it's up to us to crack the case. This is the initial report they've written about the dead body. By pressing the notepad on your right, you'll be able to review everything that you've found. Here, have a look at it. Blunt force trauma to the head. The victim's hair appears to be extremely damp compared to the rest of her body. More information to be added. Nate Fisher, age 25. I am currently working at the detective as a detective assistant. Though I am not a true detective yet, I am aiming to become one in the future. Damien Ambrose. Damien is my best friend since high school. He took a gap year and is currently majoring in criminology. That he has a lot of free time as he aces the class easily. He also does cooking occasionally and would often invite me over to eat or play video games with him. Alright, so I assume you've had a brief look at the report. It's fine even if you haven't. You can check your notebook whenever. Now back to business. Clean up investigation. Yes, you heard me, right? Are you sure you don't need to sit down? That's what we're ordered to do here. Ah, right. Let's begin then. That's interesting. Nate, did you seriously call dirt interesting? Anyways, I'll have Jasmine run a test on the dirt samples once we go back. A strange pile of dirt on the floor. It's unknown where the dirt came from, but it's likely from the outside. Two cans of lime soda. She must have been thirsty. I'm surprised her bladder is still holding up. What do you mean by that? She didn't drink alone, is what I'm saying. Huh, okay. Two drinks on the coffee table. Judging by the crime scene, she did not drink alone in this house. The chairs on the floor, there must have been some sort of struggle before she died on the floor. You'll be next if you keep mentioning the obvious. What? Nothing. Continue. an expensive looking chair that's been flipped on its side, most likely the result of a scuffle. Damien, it's freezing here. Did you turn the air conditioner on? Yes. No, I didn't. Turn it on. It's been like this since we got here. Whoa. It's here. No wonder it's so cold. I'll go turn it down. Better do it before the whole house freezes over. I'll have to start eating you for rations once that happens. Please don't do that. No promises. The air conditioner has been set to 16 since we first arrived. Way too cold for this season, or a wet girl. I wonder who did this and why. Oh. They're only here to help us collect evidence. I don't think I should bother them. Sniff. It's just a sniff, dude. What the fuck? Jesus. This towel stinks. Here, take a sniff. No! Get away from me! Judging by the looks of it, I'm guessing she washed her clothes prior to her death. But why didn't she hang it outside? The bathroom isn't the most efficient place to dry clothes. Maybe she was trying to straighten it. I didn't see any iron in this house. Say, what was the weather yesterday? Sunny. Why? No reason. Damp towel. This was hanging on the shower curtain rod. Although the outside is pretty much dry, the inside is mostly damp. A yellow t-shirt hanging on the curtain handle. Though it is mostly dry, you can still feel that it's damp. Don't they look happy? Well, I mean, I'd be happy to having a beach day with my friends. Wanna bet that they're more than friends? Only if you're betting to lose. She's married to Mr. Chase. Meet John at 3 p.m. Who's John? A friend from work. He's the man with her in the photograph we saw. Meet John at 3 p.m. was written on the note, but no specific dates were mentioned. The figure in the picture is our victim, Olive. I'm gonna say Olive Chase, and her friend / college, John Minter. They seem to be having fun at the beach. That's a lot of broken glass. Huh? What? Would you look at that? Blood. You sure you didn't just cut yourself? Damien. Kidding! Judging by the looks of it, however, the blood looks like it's been there for a few days already. Well, that was a drag. What do you mean? This is the scene of a murder, Damien. Take it seriously. Sorry. It's just that there's nothing interesting about this crime scene. You don't need to an autopsy to see that the woman died from a glass bottle to the head. And we're just here for the cleanups. Also, where is Mr. Chase? Isn't he Olive's husband? The police took him into custody to question him. Cops doing their jobs. Color me surprised. John has also been taken in. We should probably go down to the police station and interview him later. Anyways, let's just go and have the evidence analyzed. Maybe Dr. Jasmine will be able to help. That freak Jasmine? Don't be mean. It's good that he's passionate about his work, I guess. Whatever you say. And so we went to collect the evidence we'd found, bagging and labeling them the works. I'm gonna grab myself some iced coffee before I head to the department. City Department of for science. Alright, Nate, we're here. You know, you were really out to get your own car. If you're gonna have me drive you around like that, you better start paying me like one. Oh, come on, Damien. You know I can't afford a car on an assistant's salary. But you can afford Marbuck's iced coffee every day. I don't drink it off that often. Anyways, I'm heading in now. Stay here and wait for me. No, I'm coming in with you. But you're restricted from the lab area. It's fine. Just say that I'm with you and I'm gonna say Uber, after all. Okay, right. Now I should head to the second floor by taking the elevator. Hopefully Jasmine or Jamson. I think I've been missaying. I think I said this guy's name wrong this whole time. Jamson will be there to give me the for scenic report. Okay, now I'm in here. I should probably look around to find where Jamson is. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Hey, you there. Me? Yes, you. Stop walking. Please mind showing me your ID first. Oh yes, of course. Right on time. Dr. Jamson had just finished the autopsy report. He's been talking about it non-stop before you arrived. Please go upstairs and meet him in the lab. He'll be waiting for you. Alright, thank you for notifying me. I can either head into the lab now, or I can check this place out. I didn't get to read the evidence thing. I wonder who works here. Nobody. Someone recently moved to another department from what I've heard. Huh, interesting. I feel like I shouldn't be looking at his stuff. My god, this room is a mess. OCD nightmare. I feel like we shouldn't be here. We don't need to go there. Let's continue, Nate. Nate, what do you think about the case so far? What do you mean? Everything here seems to point towards the assistant having bludgeoned Miss Chase last night after some kind of tussle, right? But the assumption doesn't sound completely right, does it? I don't know. I guess we'll see once we get an analysis on them. Maybe it'll make more sense afterwards. The elevator's here. Let's go. Alright. Damien's right. There's too many odd things about this scene to just accept the assumption, even if that's what the police seem to be rolling with right now. But I can't help but feel like I'm being out of line to even think about challenging the official explanation. I'm just a detective's assistant after all. I have to see what Jamison says first. I'm just gonna put Jam for short. Is that coffee even good? I mean, you always have them at 3 pumps of vanilla and extra sugar. That's basically a different beverage at this point. Shut up. It's the perfect amount. I prefer having tooth decay. Anyways, it literally just smells like chemicals and rubbing alcohol in here. How are you even keeping your that? You underestimate me, Damien. Suit yourself. Hey! Damn it. I'm glad to see you, Nate. Anyways, what brings you here to my humble abode? Well, here to get some of the evidence analyzed, this dirt sample and the broken bottle. I want you to check on where the dirt came from and if you can get a print from the shards. Alright, work time. Oh, also, is the autopsy of Miss Chase done yet? There's something I want to know. No, can do. There's not going to be an autopsy for her. There's not? No, unless you find me a good enough reason to taking someone apart and putting them back together is hard work, you know. So the department tries not to it unless we really have to. Sorry to disappoint you, Nate. Can we take a look at the body at least? Oh, sure. We haven't processed her in yet, so it shouldn't be too much trouble. Just give me a minute. There she is. Anyways, just holler if you find anything suspicious, and I'll give you my input. I will, thank you, Jam. It's weird. I knew it'd be common to see this line of work, but I can't shake the feeling of that in me. Having a handle this once living, breathing, dreaming person like a lifeless object. It's strange how much is actually lost when a person dies. With our thoughts, our dreams, and our breathing hearts that keeps the rest of our organs functioning alive. We really just become no more than an object, just matter being held together in a human form. There really is nothing crueler than a person who's willing to take that away from someone. I have to find out what really happened. That's the least I could do for her right now. Feeling scared, Nate? No, just existential. Really puts things into perspective, right? I'm going to find out what happened to her. I should click on her to investigate. There's a large wound on the back of her head and a series of smaller cuts down her face. That must be where the killer struck her. The cuts would be consistent with the shards we saw. The bottle must have broken on impact. Gem, can you tell me anything about her injury on her head? Sure, just let me take a look. Definitely blunt force trauma. It's kinda hard to see with all her hair, but it doesn't look like it was done to her while she was alive. What? Yep. The area around the skin broke isn't swollen, which means that that blood wasn't circulating when she received that injury. Normally, when you receive some kind of cut, your body would increase blood flow to that area, which is what makes the skin around it swell. Our bodies do this because the exposed area would have a risk of getting infected if any bacteria and stuff get in it. But by sending more white blood cells over, which are cells in your blood that are used to combating these outside invaders, they'll be able to prevent you from getting an infection by destroying the bacteria first. But obviously, all that's not going to happen if the person is already dead. Thanks for the biology lesson. Sorry, wrong voice. Anything else? Actually, yes. If you look closely, the edges of the broken skin are abnormally sharp, right? That's also a sign of post-mortem injuries. It indicates that rigorous mortis had already set in at the time of injury. Rigorous mortis is the name of the condition that bodies enter after death that causes dead bodies to become cold or rigid. It takes a while to fully set in, but I place this injury as being caused at least 2 hours after death. 2 hours? How long does this condition last for then? Around 36 hours. The body starts decomposing after that. Alright, thank you. Anytime. This would ridiculously change the timeline of events. Miss Chase could have died from any number of things if she'd actually been killed at least 2 hours before being struck in the apartment. Heck, she might have not even actually died there. I have to write this down. Oh. There's something I didn't see that you look at. Body. Here it is. Large amounts of bloody scattered glass were found lying next to the trash can. It looks to be a bottle. It must have been the murder weapon, but the way it's been disposed of is awful. Ken Ambrose, my boss and Damien's dad. He's a jaded and gruff man. Who was once famous for cracking a very high profile case. Now he is mostly known for his his records. Olive, a lady who works in advertising, the victim of this case. It's up to me to solve her murder. A good friend of mine, who is also a forensic scientist. He's always upbeat and cheery despite the grim nature of his work. Bud, okay, I'm gonna call him Bud then. I'm just gonna call him Bud. John, Olive's co-worker and the lead suspect of this case. He seems to be somewhat timid and meek. There is a gash on her head where the bottle must have struck her. Inspection indicates that the injury must have been inflicted post-mortem. Something's not right. Her torso, the upper part of it feels unnaturally raised, like something inside is keeping it up forcefully. What's this area called, Jam? Or no, Bud? Oh, this part. That's the diaphragm muscle. It helps you breathe and stuff. It feels bloated. The victim's diaphragm is slightly bloated. Cause unknown. Her clothes are frozen solid, like the fabric is as stiff as the board. I can't bend it. The fabric finally folded together. Something seems to have been snapped off it. Is that ice? Bud, are clothes supposed to be frozen over in the freezer like this? No, it doesn't get frosted over, but you have over there seems to be ice, my friend. That means it was wet when it came in, right? That explained it. Nate, can you check if the rest of her clothes are frozen solid as well? Oh, on it. I quickly feel her pants, and sure enough, it's as Damon anticipated. Yep. Okay. Great. So that means that there were multiple articles of clothing that got wet at her place. Seems to be, but what doesn't make sense? How come none of the apartment was wet if she was? Even the initial report said that her hair was damp when they found her. Jem walks over and peeks under the fabric. Well, gentlemen, I think I found our answer. The ice crystals are all the underside of her clothing. I'd say the clothing was about half dried when she was taken in here. Our killer wasn't quite thorough with drying up the victim, it seems. The victim's clothing seems to have been wet and in the process of drying when she was found. The exterior parts of the fabric seem to be the driest. Along her skin, there seems to be some small bruises peppered throughout. There isn't much evenness to how they're spread throughout. What are these? Her blood vessels seem to be clotting in the certain places. That's strange. Looks like even blood is stumped with this one. Done. Feeling around a dead lady yet, Nate? Damien. What? I just trying to lighten the mood. Anyways, what's the munch as we're gonna find from her body? That's as much as okay. What do you make of it, Bud? Surely something out of what we've found warrants a full autopsy to be done. Yeah, it does. So is something wrong? Nothing's wrong, but the implications here aren't great. Regardless, you two should be going now. I'll have your analysis and autopsy ready by the evening. I'll give you a call then. Okay, bye. Bud quickly shoved us out of the autopsy room. Well, that's one way to say goodbye to your friends. I'm concerned whatever we uncovered seems to have really unnerved him. That's fair. He's right, you know. The fact that they were about to pass the body off without even properly looking into it doesn't exactly inspire confidence. I just can't help but feel like we're digging somewhere we shouldn't be, Damien. Damien ruffles my hair. Don't you worry. You're silly little head now. Where there's smoke, there's a flame. We'll be fine as long as we continue down the trail of evidence. Yeah, you're right. Let's head to the police station. We still haven't had the chance to question John or Miss Chase. Or no, Mr. Chase. I can't stop thinking about what Damien said earlier. He's not much wiser than me, despite the fact that I'm supposed to be the real detective here. Sometimes I even feel like he's the one who should be in my place. But I know that Damien would hate that. There's nothing he hates more than that. He's only here because of me. I'm glad to have a friend like him. Please, you have to listen to me. I didn't do it. Someone, anyone, please, listen. What's going on? Well, I swear, I didn't do it. Please, sir, you have to listen to me. Move along now, sir. Please, don't make a scene. Wait. I'm on the case in place of Detective Ambrose. May I please have a few minutes with the suspect first? Now that you mention it, he isn't... Hey, isn't Ambrose's son? No way! It totally is! Ha! I remember when he used to take you to the office with him whenever your mom was busy. You've grown so much now, but you've still got that stupid pouty face. Haha, very funny now. Are we going to let Detective Fisher do his job or not? Damien. Of course. How rude of me. Detective Fisher, please, go on with your interview. You have 5 minutes. Thank you, sir. That's his deal with me. What's his deal, man? He's always like this to me. I don't know. But we have to hurry. We've only got 5 minutes. Mr. John. Yes, that's me. I was wondering if we could ask you about Miss Chase. Oh yes, of course, sir. Mr. Fisher, right? You have to tell them I didn't do it, please. Wait, Please, I would never kill Olive. Never. No, I couldn't. You don't. They don't understand. You have to explain it to them, sir. Sir! Calm down. We won't be able to do anything if you keep freaking out on us. Yes. My apologies. I've had a very stressful day. That's fine now. Now, Nate's going to ask you some questions, and you answer them as quickly and concise as possible. Capiche? We don't have much time. Go on, Nate. Thank you. I should start asking him questions related to the case. Where were you on the night of the murder? Oh God, this is going to sound terrible, but on the night of the murder, I was outside by myself. This sounds so incriminating. I know, and there's no one who can cooperate my story. But every Friday, I like to jog in the abandoned park near my place. I'm too busy to exercise most days of the week. You see, I keep it to the weekend. I did the same thing yesterday. Is there any reason in particular that you jog at night? No, unless personal preference counts, but that doesn't mean much in the court of law, does it? Well, it could pursued some of the juniors. Sure. And there's nobody out there who could cooperate your alibi, no? CCTV footage? No, I'm sorry. What's your relationship with Miss Chase? I noticed she had a picture of you and her in her apartment too. Ollie? Oh, okay. Ollie's my friend. One of my closest, actually. We met when I first got my job at the company. She was so kind and friendly. No matter how much of a dunce I was pretty reliant on her. And first, to be honest, but these days we can't just hang out every now and then. Ollie is a huge outdoors person, so she always drags me to all these crazy places I'd otherwise have never gone to. I can't believe she's really gone. Ollie is one of the best people I know. You have to believe that I didn't kill her, please. Miss Chase had a sticky note that said, "Meet you at 3 p.m. What can you tell us about that?" Ollie's been off sick leave since Wednesday. She texted me on Thursday saying that she wanted me to take some files off of her and asked me to meet up Friday. I don't understand why she didn't just email them to me, but I went anyway. Now that I think about it, she looked kinda antsy at that time I was meeting up with her. Antsy? Antsy how? Like, she was acting all restless and stuff. She looked really sweaty and kept checking around her. Actually, it gotten so bad I needed to take her home, but I thought it was just because of whatever the flu got her. She got, does that mean you were at the apartment on the day of the murder? Sort of. She asked me to meet her at the park down the slope close to her building. But walking all the way back while supporting her really tired me out. So she invited me in for a sec to have a drink. I think we had some kind of soda, I forgot. It was just whatever she found in her fridge. That explains the 2 cans of lime soda we found. What was in the files she gave you? Nothing special, just papers for work, printed Excel sheets, etc. She did do a lot of notes and highlighting on it though. So I guess that's why she wanted to give them to me specifically. And time's up. Better get moving. Minster. You've got a long night to spend in detention. Wait, please, listen. Before I could even process what was going on, John was already dragged away, screaming and flailing. I didn't even realize how much I was gasping until Damien tipped my mouth shut. Keep your mouth open like that, and a bug's going to fly in. What? That's not a real thing. Yeah, it is. A fly flew into my mouth once while I was at the market. Gross. Anyways, why are we even talking about this? Did you not just see how John was dragged away? Got dragged away? Look, there's nothing we can do about it right now. Not until we see what comes out of Bud's reports, at least. Speaking of, has he called you back yet? No, not yet. I see. It's already getting quite late. Want to go have dinner? I don't know if I have the appetite after all this, to be honest. Don't worry. Your stomach will wake right up once you see Khan's Diner's new breakfast for dinner meal combo. Come on, let's go. Damien's already dragging me out of the station by the time he was finished speaking. Don't you look happy? It's not every day you get to eat pancakes for dinner. Gross. Don't talk with your mouth full. Are you even full from just eating pancakes? It's fine. I'll just order more pancakes, if that's fine, if that happens. I will never understand you. Anyways, cherish that pancake induced bliss whilst you still can, 'cause I'm about to bring you back to reality. Huh? The case, the one we were just investigating an hour ago? Oh. What are your thoughts on it so far? Any theories? Synopsis? I do have thoughts on it, but it's all disjointed and scattered. There are too many things about this right now that I just don't add up. I know, right? It seems like they're trying to sell the narrative that it's an open and shut case where John bludgeoned Ollie to death, and that's that. But that would almost make too much sense. It's strange. It's really strange. I can't wrap my head around it. Let's go over the facts together then. Here's what we know for sure. Miss Chase was murdered by unknown means at 10 p.m. on the 25th. Sometime at least 2 hours later, she had been bludgeoned with some kind of glass bottle in her apartment. Miss Chase had also met John at 3 p.m. on the day of the murder, and had also gotten herself completely soaked in by unknown means. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. Yeah, but why That's why we need to start deducing things using what we have on hand. Deduce? Yes, deduce. Like Sherlock Holmes and stuff. A leap of logic to connect the dots. Let me give you an example. When Miss Chase was first discovered, there was entirely no notice of how she had been completely soaked. How can this be? The first responders were clumsy. The killer dried her off. She dried off naturally. Yes, exactly. The killer must have dried her off. But just how did they dry her off? Remember the state of her clothing when she were impacting her at the morgue? What method could explain the unique drying pattern on her? The killer dried her off with this. Not completely wrong, but not there yet. Remember, the state of her clothing we were inspecting. It can't be. Bingo! The killer used the AC to accelerate her body being dried. That's why the apartment was so cold when she was arrived. When we first arrived, she was only dry on the outside, whilst more water absorbent areas like her hair and fabric of her clothes were still damp. Whether or not, it doesn't change the fact that Miss Chase was killed, yet the killer made a huge effort in hiding that fact. Why would they do such a thing? The killer wanted to be tidy, the killer was trying to hide their crime. The killer must have could have been traced back. If that fact was the case, exactly. And we know that what the killer was afraid of, because they intentionally left a red herring on the crime scene to throw the investigation off. That's post-mortem bludgeoning. That's the post-mortem bludgeoning. What could the real cause of death tell us about the killer? The true location of the murder, identity of the killer, the motive of the killer. Alright, and last but not least, what does the killer's efforts at placing the murder at the apartment tell us about their intentions? A killer wanted to mess with the police. The killer liked the apartment better. The killer was trying to frame someone. Now we're getting somewhere. So let's run over everything we've deduced. Oh, it's like Danganronpa. At 10 p.m. last night, Miss Chase was killed somewhere outside of her apartment. Whatever method it was, it led to her being completely soaked, and it was somehow incriminating for the killer. In order to avoid this, the killer decided to disguise it by first moving Miss Chase's body into the apartment, using the towel and the AC to dry her body out as much as possible. The hanging shirt would also cooperate this theory. To completely mask their involvement in the murder, the killer had even gone through the effort of purposely misleading the police, striking the victim on the head in order to create a second potential cause of death. Somehow the killer knew the police wouldn't investigate further if there was an obvious cause of death at the scene. But that wasn't enough either. The killer wanted a scapegoat too, and the killer had a specific one in mind, because they knew that John was at the apartment that day. In conclusion, the killer is someone who has insight into the goings of Miss Chase's apartment and has at least some level of knowledge of police homicide the killer somehow personally implicated by the true scene of the murder, and Miss Chase could have been killed by her own apartment. Wow. How long have you been sitting on this? Huh? What do you mean? Have you just figured all this out since our visit to the morgue, or since the apartment? What? No. Sometimes you really make me wonder if I'm the detective here, Damien. Don't say that. I'm absolutely... you absolutely are. But sometimes you just need a nudge in the right direction. And sometimes... and some... that your gut feelings are sound. What do you mean, gut feelings? You've been suspicious of this case since this morning, right? I know you have, but you haven't actually said anything about it at all until just now. You're not confident in your own judgment, like you're scared of being wrong or something. So you just decide to stay quiet. But you are capable. You've just managed to deduce everything here with just the evidence provided. That's good detective work, Nate. You just needed the confidence to be able to own up to it. You know, it's a real waste that you're not working as a detective too. Oh, come on, Nate. You know that's not my sense scene or whatever. Still, you just managed to deduce my own feelings completely. That's good detective work too, D-Man. You underestimate how obvious low confidence looks like to other people. No way, it can't be that obvious, right? Isn't April always telling you to stand up straighter? Stop. You're You're all ganging up on me. And we'll keep going until you own up to being a great detective. Stop. You're embarrassing me in front of the other. Hello, Nate. Bud, are the reports done? Yeah, just better to explain in person. I'm coming over now. What he say? The reports are done, but he doesn't sound too excited about it. And how does the Nate gut feelings think about this information? Please don't call it that. I feel like whatever Bud found out might be related to what we just deduced. That's more like it. Doesn't it? It feel better to say it out loud. It does. Thank you. But you really have to go now. But we really have to go now. Don't worry, I'm your Uber member. Thank you for coming on such short notice. But how should I say this? It appears Miss Chase's death was caused by drowning. The dirt sample also supports this. It's from a river within the neighborhood of the same dirt was also in her lungs. What? That's a huge lead. That's great news. Thank you so much for your help, Bud. Is something wrong? You don't look too well. It's just, well, when I went to amend the report, her files were all unavailable. I checked in with the police, and it seems like they've already run with a separate report and charged someone for it. That's suspicious. Yep, and that's not it either. I tried to find initial reports to see if it was all just a big processing mistake, but it's all gone too. The initial report, that's what the police handed us when we first arrived on the scene. You have it? Yeah, here you go. So it's true. What? It's all one big cover-up? Don't say that so loudly. It's true though, isn't it? Someone's intentionally trying to keep this under wraps, and they're making John the fall for it. But why do that? Why would they do that? This isn't a particularly high profile case. And for all we know, Miss Chase had never been involved with anything shady either. I don't know. I really hope that it isn't, but... Wait, Nate. You're the detective in charge of this case currently, right? If you bring this in before they make a formal allegation on John, we might still be able to swerve this case back around. That's true. Well then, what are we waiting for? Chop chop! It can't be. They can't be covering it up, right? I mean, that's conspiracy. Damien's deductions were on point, but neither of us knew that it would lead to this. Nate, oi! We're here. Right, yes. You good? We don't have to do this if you're not up for it. What do you mean by that? If this is really a cover-up, then you'd be exposing yourself to as someone snooping around by doing this. They might even choose to remove you if they feel like you know too much. Are you really up for that? Of course. How could you even ask that? If there really is a cover-up going, then that means John is being framed. How could I, in good consensus, let an innocent man be punished for a crime he didn't commit? How would I be able to sleep at night knowing I had the choice to bring Ollie justice but chose not to? That's true. You're the type of person, after all, way too kind for that, for your own good. Huh? Nothing. Let's go. Why if it isn't the Fisher boy and his sidekick back again so soon? The autopsy report of Ollie Chase is outdated. Her real cause of death is drowning, not her head injury. Are you trying to mess with us? We've got all the evidence of John being the prime suspect. Of course, it's as clear as day. This guy is caught red-handed. He murdered Ollie. No, that's not true. Listen to me. The evidence is right here. Come on, let's go, John. We're taking you to where you belong. Help! Stop! Let go of him. Just listen to us. We're the ones in charge. Not anymore. Haven't you heard? The case is now handled by your dad. What? Seriously? Are you deaf? Look here. He comes. What's all this commotion about? What's all this about? Chief, Mr. Fisher and your son are causing a scene at our station. I was just about to tell them to. I'll take it from here. Oh God. The situation has escalated way worse than I expected. I shouldn't be frozen at this moment, but I need to say something, but I can't. I feel like I'm suffocating. On what grounds? We were the ones assigned to this case. Doesn't matter. You two are both off, and that's final. Mr. Fisher, you are no longer in charge of this. Leave immediately, or you will be warned for insubordination. Wouldn't look too good on your record now, would it? You're threatening your own assistant? How? Damien. Oh, I get it. This is a conspiracy, right? That's why you're in such a rush to put John behind bars, Damien. When we have evidence that he's in Damien. Neither of them is talking now. Everything went silent. Everyone at the station is staring at us, staring at the scene they've made. We've definitely messed up this time. Leave now. That's an order. Fine. How long is this chapter? I knew something wasn't right when I first got to this case. Maybe I really shouldn't have dug into it in the first place. Damien, what is his damn issues? We had it right there. We could have solved it right then and there. Figured out what happened. Now we'll never know what happened to poor Ollie, to poor Miss Ollie, all because he decided to butt his stupid head in our derail our entire investigation. There's got to be something going on behind the scenes. I don't trust him. I don't trust anybody in that goddamn station. You're excluded, of course. No offense. Sorry, I'm overreacting. Whatever that they're trying to hide, it's got to have something to do with him. He wouldn't go through the effort of covering up a case like that otherwise. I can see the reason. I can't see the reason either. But what can we do? He's not going to let us back in. And now I'm probably going to get a warning on my record. You're right. I guess we should drop it for now, even if I don't want to. Let's go home for now. Well, that was chapter 1. Felt pretty long for my taste, but mainly because I'm not really used to talking this long before. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry for me messing up at any point during the chapter. I'm trying my best. I'm not very good at reading, but anyway, that's gonna do it for this episode, this video. and I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.